clarinets. Today, in lesson page 64, we're going to do our chromatic crawl, because today's lesson focuses on the chromatics of our chromatic scale. In particular, it talks about a term called enharmonics. Any two notes that are written differently but sound the same are enharmonics, and our book gives us a few examples. For instance, C sharp and D flat, F sharp and G flat, and B and C flat. Those are just some of the enharmonic notes that our music has to offer. In the diagram on the top of this page, of lesson page 19, we'll see the picture of a piano keyboard. And labeled on that keyboard are the notes that are enharmonics. Check that out on your own for a few seconds. Now let's jump into our first example, the chromatic crawl. It's in 4/4 time and it's marked moderato, so I've got my metronome set at 86 beats per minute. We're going to be using, for clarinets, the notes C, then C sharp with our pinky, D, and then D sharp, which is the enharmonic equivalent of E flat, to and side. On the way down, we'll use that E flat, and then we'll use the enharmonic equivalent for C sharp, which is D flat, which is the C fingerings for 3 fingerings, and this pinky key right here, C sharp, D flat. Let's give it a try. Number 64. 1, 2, ready, go. Remember that there's a fingering chart or a fingering guide at the end of this book that will help you find the fingerings to certain enharmonic equivalents that you may not know. So don't be afraid to use that fingering guide. Let's move on to our next example, theme from Piano Concerto number 2. This piece by Rachmaninoff is in cut time, 2/2 time. So the values of our notes will be cut in half. Whole notes will get 2 beats. Half notes will get 1. Quarter notes will get half. So the values of the notes are cut in the key signature of cut time. All right. I've got my metronome set to andante, and I'm in cut time. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Let's do that one again. Remember that cut time is going to take on a faster speed for the rhythm pattern. It's not necessarily faster because the values of the notes are changed. It sounds faster to what we're used to playing in our common 4/4 time. 1 and 2 and ready and go and next, In the Hall of the Mountain King by Edvard Grieg. And this piece has a B flat in the key signature, but within the piece there is a tricky section in measure 2. Look at that, measure 2. You've got G sharp, E, G sharp, then G natural, E flat, G natural. So take care on that one measure to make sure that you're playing the correct sharps or naturals when it applies to your G. Let's change the metronome to moderato, 86 beats per minute. There's a first ending and a second ending. Be sure to observe those as well. 1 and 2 and ready and go. How'd you do? Remember, at any point you may pause, rewind, and play these examples again, or press pause, set your metronome to the tempo, and work on it a little on your own, working out those key measures or moments in that piece that you struggle with a little bit. Practice them and perfect them. Then move on. Next, we're going to move on to exercise 67 and play a little Rossini. We're going to play the overture from The Barber of Seville. In this piece, for clarinet, we start on the note high, B natural. So we'll need our thumb and register key on our left hand, and then we'll need our first finger in the beginning on in the front. Then we'll lift that finger for the note C, ba 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 da, like so. Okay? This piece has an F sharp in the key signature, so we'll need 3 fingers on top and our second finger on the bottom. And then 2 measures from the end, we'll make sure that we're playing our B naturals that require the 2 pinky keys to activate those that B natural fingering. So let's give this a try. I've got my metronome set at 100 beats per minute. 100. Bum, 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 ba-dum. And to get us started, I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. And that's when we'll begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. So there you go, a little quick Gioacchino Rossini for you to finish out our time. In number 68, there's a little accent on theory section, and it has you rewriting each of the notes as its enharmonic equivalent. So what is your enharmonic equivalent for the first note? F sharp for the clarinets. B flat, what's the enharmonic equivalent for B flat? Then E flat, and then finally C sharp. So there you have it, our enharmonics and our lesson, page 19, chromatic crawl. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that you'll use this video as well as the others in this playlist or series again. See you again soon. Keep practicing.